Hello, and welcome to the Borealis Experience. I'm your host, Aurora, life coach and companion on this beautiful journey called life. I hope you feel safe. I hope you feel good in your skin. I hope I can bring you value with my podcast here. And if that's the case, please make some time. Write a review or leave me a rating on Apple Podcast or Spotify or wherever you listen to this. And then let's get started. Today I want to talk about entrepreneurship. And don't worry, you don't have to be a business owner. I believe we are all entrepreneurs to some degree. We can be employed and not own our own business, but we have to organize our life, right? We have to balance out what we need, what we don't need. We have to organize ourselves in order to function well at our job. We have to nurture our relationships. We have to make time for playful times. So that all takes a lot of organizational skills. And even more so when you have a business, but not exclusively. If you have a little family or a big family, same thing there. You have to work on logistics. You have to be there for different parties at the same time. You have to listen to people. You have to manage people. You have to lead and guide people. So even as a parent, if you're not working at all, I feel you have to come up with badass leadership skills. Otherwise, you're thrown off. So, entrepreneurship for everybody. What I'm learning right now is that when you are a solopreneur, then you have to learn how to regulate your nervous system. When something goes wrong, you have to keep a cool mind and you cannot let it affect your whole life. You cannot let it affect your relationships, your other duties that you have, because otherwise shit gets even worse. So to keep a cool mind is really difficult because when you start out, when you invest money, when you learn to, control things, but not over control and not micromanage, but manage, you learn a lot of things about yourself and about the people around you. You learn pretty quickly who you can trust, who you can ask for support, and who you can invite into your life. It's very awesome to see that. There's people who can simply listen. There's people who can give you advice. There's people who can give you support. There's people who will not do either of these things. They will not support you, not give you advice, but they will be awesome at inviting you into their playful world where you can finally relax and recharge your batteries. But right now, at this moment in time, I have to give myself all of these things. I have to give myself support, advice, and I have to allow myself to be playful and to relax and to let go, especially when it comes to the evening hours. There's no point in problem solving and brainstorming just before bedtime because that will cost you your sleep. And like I love to repeat myself so diligently, your sleep is holy. It doesn't matter if you are single and employed and feel like you don't really bring anything to society. I know you do, and I hope that you will see that one day as well. Or if you are a mom of 6, or if you are husband, childless, and running a business or employed, no matter in which position you are, you need your sleep. Your body needs to rest and recuperate. And it is especially your mind that needs to process and detox from the happenings of the day. Because the next day you want to keep going. You don't want to feel run down by Friday and then need Saturday and Sunday to feel alive again. You need that consistency of good sleep throughout the week and maybe a little bit more over the weekend. And then you are well functioning. But especially when you have to regulate your own stress levels, right? I notice that when we have our friends, our family, our girlfriend, boyfriend, spouse, partner, whatever it is, close by, then we can kind of laugh at a situation or brainstorm or get distracted for a little while. But if you are by yourself, we usually tend to be very, very harsh on ourselves. And to a point where we get so tensed and so worked up that we don't serve any purpose anymore. We become tensed and frustrated and angry towards ourselves. We beat ourselves up. We regret our decisions. And then we would even take it out on other people if they start offering support, right? So it's incredibly hard. Maybe it's just hard for me, by the way. Maybe you are a badass entrepreneur already. But when you have some stresses going on and you have to be consistent, you want to see progress, you want to see problem solving, but you can't run yourself down at the same time. You have to play both roles in your own world. It is extremely important. And what I'm also learning is that when we have somebody close by, be it a friend, a spouse, a family member, a dog, we also can't expect them to do it all and them to drag us out of the quicksand. We have to keep ownership over our stuff that didn't go down well. And we can invite other people in. We can share what's bugging us, what's frustrating us, and ask for help, ask for advice. But we can't overwhelm people with our problems, with our stresses. And I know most of you guys are listening and you are pretty, self-sufficient, maybe to a point where you bottle up too much. But maybe some of you girls and guys listening, maybe you tend to always try and have other people take responsibility for your problems and, let them make the decision, relying too much on people's opinions and approval of something. And we can look at this and learn how to be more self-empowered, self-actualized, and how to learn and boil down our problems to the very, most rational, non-emotional stage. And then from there, we can make really good decisions. I know it is tough when, a lot of money is involved or some money, if you made a lot of adjustments and saved up some money and then you invest it into a business or into a project and shit goes sideways. It's extremely hard to keep your cool because money is so much more than just an exchange for services or whatsoever. Money really money problems really get to our core. It really threatens our existence when stuff is not going well. So it is very challenging, but it is possible to keep your cool and to weigh out your options and to know that everything will fall into place eventually. And the cooler and more clear and calm you allow yourself to be, the better it's going to go. I know for myself that I used to think that the more nervous and tensed and forceful I become, the more I will push through and achieve what needs to be achieved, will solve what needs to be resolved. But by being that way, I harmed my relationships. And I harmed myself because I became so rigid and so tough on myself that it was uncomfortable to be in my skin. And it was very uncomfortable to be in the same room as me, as my partner, as my friend, as my parents. So it is well worth to step back and to breathe and relax for a moment and to distance yourself from the problem to then dive back in with a fresh mind. Let me see if this is everything I wanted to share with you. Yeah, I mean, it's not a secret anymore. I'm building a location for you to meet with me where I will offer mindset coaching, yoga, and my biggest excitement is around the workshops where I want to gather. I want to find women who want to do this with me, where we hold space for men, where men get to express how they feel, and where women can learn about men, because I've never witnessed a place like that. And I will see how I bring this into life. I want to better the conversation, the connection between people, and I feel the better we understand each other, the stronger our society can be. So fasten your seatbelts. I will be building something really beautiful for everybody who's interested. And it's in the progress. And nothing will stop me. All right. Take really good care of yourself. And I will be out there very soon again. Bye-bye.